AM. Oh, shit. AMZs. That's correct, baby. There he is. There he is. He's all hands today. You can't. It's too high to see. Hang on. Look. Look. Look at him up there. Hang on. Look at that. Look at that. A holographic index finger. Pointing to the heavens. For the fallen soldier. God, it's hot in here. It's always so hot. Under the bright lights. Alright. Who's up in here today? Kamui Metsu. I don't read good. Dan Mitchum. Arbogast. Agent Paco. What's up, man? Daniel Huffman. Vin Propane is in on the break today. Good times. Yeah, I always go with the European-friendly time zones on the weekend. So we got a 10:30 Central commercial. Serialized 1-of-1 Mike's Finger from Matthew Webb. Accurate. Brosif Stalin, what's up? Good morning. It is morning here in the United States. But in Europe, it is almost dinner time, I guess. All right. So we're going to have a sample pack break. And we're going to have an overhead cam. There it is. There's my labels right there. You can't see it. These are the labels. All right, so I need to get those on the top loaders. We need to get centered here a little bit. All right, so what are we looking at here, guys? A lot of good stuff. The table is set, all right? So we're going to get into what this stuff is. One at a time. And then I got to get the link to Aric, A-R-I-C, Aric, who is going to give us the population report on the sample cards. But what we're going to do here today is we're going to open this German pack. Remember, when the barcode label is on the front, that means the pack is from Europe, particularly for sure Germany. I think we've seen something a little different in the UK, and there's no sticker on the back. Sticker only on the front indicates Europe and a German pack. We've had some big luck from the German pack, so that's going to be fun and exciting. We got, with these things, look at this. Look at this. This is I always forget if it's A4 or A6. These are prints, postcard style, from Severin Pinu. See? That's her stamped, this is printed on here, I believe, but that is her, oh, actually, it almost looks hand-drawn, but I think it's printed. And that is her logo, the SP, her initials. So I have a bunch of these for the Ring of Morrigan, the Philo Stone, iconic, of course, and the Four Waters. And they're all signed by Severin. So when people win the auctions, we auction original paintings, artist proofs, altars, high-end cards, sample cards, all kinds of things. I've been including these kind of randomly and pretty frequently recently, as I just got these like in the past week or so. So beautiful prints, all signed by Severin. The gold, she did it with the color that kind of fits the aesthetic of the illustration. So these are really nice things you could frame up. I like using those double-sided like magnetic frames that are clear. They're acrylic, magnetic. So they just sit perfectly in there, and you could stand them up, or you could go horizontal with it, or whatever you got to do on your desk. All right, so the playmat, there you go. We got a Collector Arthouse Philo Stone playmat. So this is something that I did when we went to the Courtesan Cup last year. I asked Severin if she would be willing to help me with my logo, which is just this little friggin' house, right? Simple little house, no big deal. So what we did is we took the Philo Stone artwork, and she did this. She digitally designed this, where you have the house and Collector Arthouse, of course, in the stone. And this is a sample playmat. You see this is a one-player. It's sitting on the two-player Philo Stone playmat that Severin had done. She sold 50 of those at the Spielessen, and then I sold 50 of them to Collector Arthouse Patreon supporters through the Patreon. So I'm going to show you guys a few different things in a minute relating to the playmats, but since that peeked its head through, I had to touch on that briefly. All right. So let me what is going on here with my swivel? Gotta lock that baby in. Kind of a noob with equipment. All right, it's a little unfortunate there, guys. All right, so that'll make for a nice backdrop. Is that straight enough? I don't know. It's a little cockeyed. All right, so up for auction right now we have the Sorcerer. Come on, zoom, baby. Come on. I asked you to do one thing. Zoom in on it. Zoom. What is it, dusty? I don't want to... It's bad form to take your shirt off to dust a camera. How's that? All right, that looks that one. All right, so we have the Rest in Peace. This is actually... So Team Covenant, if you guys go back... Oh man, it must have been like 2022 or very late 2022, early 2023, I want to say. Team Covenant was given a sample pack box. I think they were the art pack, so they had the art on the packaging. They were given a full booster box of those to showcase on their channel. They opened it up on the channel. This Rest in Peace was pulled from that sample pack art box. It's been the only one that we know that has been pulled anywhere. None have been pulled from the Kickstarter packs that we're aware of. Aric tracks all this in an extensive spreadsheet. He has records of well over 100 packs that have been opened, I believe, at this point. There are 244 in the Kickstarter campaign. So this is the only copy that's been discovered. That's up for auction right now at the Sorcery community group in the Collector Arthouse Discord. As is the first... There we go. Now it's zooming. Or focusing. Sorcerer by Francesca Berald. There's her awesome signature. This is square corner, alpha, artist proof. First Sorcerer she has done. The first 1 through 10 she is keeping. So the first of her series is always number 11 out of the 25 copies she was given. And this is the awesome design she did. You see the 11 out of 25. And then she did this kind of the Sorcerer harnessing the power of the Ouroboros and the Philosopher's Stone in a kind of like sky type background, which reminds me a little bit of the Key Theorem mechanism, which is pretty sweet. So I think that's at like $1,200 already, and it's going to it's triggered reserve, and it's going to end tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern. So is the Rest in Peace, and then a couple other things. What do I even have here? Let me see what I have here. Let's do a little Deckers, a little dealer's peek. Oh, did I show that one? Did you see that? Oh, God, I'm getting sloppy here. All right, so then we're going to have, speaking of Francesca Berald, Blank sample card. That's going to go up at 8 p.m. Eastern tonight. This is a really amazing artwork for one, but it is the subset that is kind of coveted in the sample cards and collected as a subcategory with the Quick Magic. So you see it was 0 to cast. Quick Magic means you used to be able to play this on your opponent's turn in the pre-alpha sample card early development era. So this sample card goes up at 8 p.m. Eastern tonight for 24-hour auction. And I've been doing like a marathon with the sample card. So we're going to have the sample card along with, I either do an artist proof or an altar. And let me see what this one was. Okay, got that. So I got 2 altars here to show. I think what I'll do, sometimes we kick it off with Atlas Thorn on Sunday night, but maybe I will mix it up this week. And we're going to go with another from Dustin Brossard. All right, so I showed you guys on our last break that I had acquired these sample cards of the gems. These are the pre-alpha sample test print cards of the 4 gems by Melissa Benson, which of course became the cores in alpha, right? So the Fire Ward gem was the fire elemental core. It became that in alpha. And we have a take that Dustin Brossard, amazing altarist, has done on this. So that is the sample card. I'm not offering that. That's my personal collection, guys. Personal collection. Don't get carried away. But right here, we have an amazing altar from Dustin Brossard. So we did the the Aquamarine core we did last weekend? And I think that sold for like right around $1,000. Amazing altar. He did this in this gothic styling, right? So it's just like really fitting. It's kind of like a throwback to the cores as we were featuring the samples, and also kind of like a look into the future of the gothic aesthetic or theme that we're going to see hopefully early 4th quarter this year. I don't know. Nobody really knows, do we? All right, so here is the next in the core series from altarist Dustin Brossard. And by the way, Dustin really became, he's a tattoo artist. That's what he does for his full-time job. And he really became well known and kind of famous in the altar scene through doing magic altars. And he's done a lot of the Power 9, you know? So he's done like the Moxes were kind of like his calling. And a lot of the high-end old school magic guys know who he is, and he's altered Moxes. So it's really awesome that he's making his transition to sorcery now, and he's altering the cores. And here is the second core. This is really stunning. Here we go. The Ruby Core. Dustin Brossard. A unique relic of inflamed efficacy. So you see Dustin's signature at the bottom. Look at this. It looks like it's printed. Somehow you could paint with this unreal detail. Him and Atlas Thorn have this really like refined, immaculate attention to detail and just like detail quality in their pieces that is just surreal. Absolutely incredible. Yeah, this core series is really stunning. I mean, I couldn't believe it when he showed me these, and then seeing them in person is just absolutely incredible. So go ahead and take a screenshot if you'd like, guys. I'm going to get a good picture of this. Dustin always, he's really good at like putting them in this kind of setting. He has like all these, what do you call it? I don't think trinkets is the right word, but he's got like all these things. He puts it in like a nice picturesque setting that really like sets a mood. So I'm going to show you the picture that he took of the Ruby Core with some like gems littered around the table. It makes it look really epic and awesome. But these are so great with the other one had the kind of stained glass window over here, and this one has kind of like the illuminated cathedral, or it looks like a castle. I don't know. You let your imagination decide. Is it a cathedral, a Gothic cathedral, a castle? A dungeon, I don't know, but the Ruby Core, man, so absolutely incredible. You know, here it is next to Melissa Benson's version of it from the official game, and I don't know, this core set would make like such an amazing chase card insertion. It's just beautiful. All right, so you got some of his Brosif at Sorcery Con? Yeah, he crashed hard. I invited him to Sorcery Con. He was in right away. He was super excited about it. And he just like took a pause from the altars and he went nuts and he painted like, I want to say at least 10 paintings, but it might have been like 15 to 20. And he sold at least 7 as I recall. That might have been as of close of the first day, but he sold a lot of them, almost all of them at Sorcery Con. And then after he came back from Sorcery Con, I think he completely sold out and people scooped up all of his original paintings. And he had them at a really great price, so it was a really awesome opportunity. So it was really exciting. The guy does incredible work. All right, and then so what we'll do is we'll do Dustin tonight, Sunday to Monday, 24 hours, along with the blank from Francesca Berald. And tomorrow night, we'll have a Monday night kicking off. We'll have another sample card. I'm not sure which one. I think we have like maybe enough for like another week and a half to 1 to 2 weeks. Of sample cards are going to be cycling through, but I always pair it with, as I say, an altar card or an artist proof card, and the Atlas Thorn one coming up this week. I'll go ahead and preview it to you guys. It's a really awesome, powerful Arthurian Legends card that's seen a lot of meta play. Meta relevant, as Kyle says. Highly meta relevant. And here is from Tony Sudlow's original work, altered, reimagined take by Atlas Thorn, Love Potion. Always, again, like both of these guys, it looks like this is printed. It's hard to believe that this was actually painted by somebody with the detail of the rose petals and just like the lighting reflecting off the glass is just unbelievable. The colors are beautiful. It just looks so picturesque. Use with caution, it says on the bottle. It's kind of like, I thought this would be fitting at this time because it's the last week of February. We have, you know, some guys play with their wives or their girlfriends and stuff. And, you know, if they're into it as much as they are, you know, we have Valentine's Day coming up. So, you know, it'd be funny. You could get your old lady some flowers and a love potion. I don't know what kind of message it says to give her a love potion that says use with caution. It's a poisonous bottle. But it's an elite potion of blind devotion. So, you know, it's self-deprecating a little bit, you know? You say, like, thanks. Thanks for settling for me, a nerd that plays games. But there you have it from Atlas, the Love Potions, coming Monday night. It'll be Monday to Tuesday. Collector Arthouse Discord. I linked it in the comments. I always link my link tree, and I link my the Sorcery community Facebook group in the link tree, you can find the Facebook group. I have many Facebook groups, but that's the largest. We have almost 5,000 people. I'll probably do something big for the 5,000 milestone. So please invite your friends to the Sorcery Community Facebook group. I'm thinking about doing something huge, like doing an alpha box giveaway or something. Something like really epic. Maybe an alpha box, maybe like an artist proof or an altar would kind of be on brand for me, you know, being the art guy, so to speak. Me and Ted, the two art guys. Yeah, so something like that. We'll have some like awesome giveaway to celebrate 5,000 subscriber members in the Sorcery Community group. It's awesome. You know, people are talking about gameplay, art, game history, market. You know, it's awesome. People can keep it real in there, have fun, connecting with other fans, and then we meet each other at these huge events. It's the most essential Facebook group. Thanks for pointing that out too, Flint. It's top on the list, baby. All right, so there you go, Atlas Thorn. Look at these guys. These guys are just from another planet. I don't know how they do it. It's absolutely unbelievable. Did you see that translucent index finger to kick off the show? Where else are you going to see that other than Collector Arthouse? All right, guys. Let's get serious here. The last thing we need to do before we invite Aric onto the show, look at the X tool. Look how it cradles the Arthouse. Just caresses it right there. The foundation, baby. The roof and the foundation of the Arthouse. All right, that's the X tool. What we're going to look at here is the reveal of these playmats. So how is this going to work with the playmats? What we're going to do is I'm going to offer them on the Collector Arthouse Patreon platform. However, they will not be exclusive to Patreon. So what? Look at the wheel. Look at the wheel spinning over here. It's a little distracting, but it creates a little ambiance, actually, ironically. So what we're going to do about this is I need to keep this orderly, right? So not everybody is on Discord. Not everybody's in the Collector Arthouse Discord. Not everybody is in the community group. The community group is really not like a marketplace to be advertising playmats and stuff like that. And then I have some other groups and stuff, and I have my website too, but that's not really like an e-commerce website. It's all about content around the game. You know, I have a lot of artist interviews, like all the cards, all the art, full art images I could find. That kind of stuff, right? And then like collection, like articles about gameplay, about speculation, game history, and whatnot. So long story short, I needed like a web-based mechanism to sell these playmats, right? So what I'm going to show here is the samples. I just got these samples in. I worked through an artist. So I worked through Severin Pinu, right? She did the designs of all these playmats you're going to see today. And then, so they're exclusive. The way it's going to work is these are going to be offered exclusively for starters. I'm going to open a pre-order window, and it will be offered exclusively in the U.S. market. However, I'm going to over-order, right? So I'm going to take all the pre-orders from U.S. customers. That's Sorcery's largest market. I do have like a bunch of European and what do you call the Aussies and the New Zealanders down there. There's some of those guys in the Patreon. It's international, right? But like the majority, just like Sorcery, is in the U.S. But what I'll do is I'll do the pre-order window. I'll figure out how many people want it in the core U.S. market, and then I will over-order by a healthy margin or reasonable margin to accommodate European orders, which will be more complicated because I'll have to figure out shipping for you guys and stuff like that and figure out how to price it out. So the other thing is Severin owns these designs. You know, we're collaborating. She's going to get 8% of the proceeds from this, of course, because it's her work. And she may elect to, if she has the time and inclination to do so, she may print some of these herself in Europe and bring them to shows she goes to. So Europeans will also be able to get them from her in person if she prints some and brings some. We'll see how it goes with my pre-order and my sell for starters. But what we have here, I'm going to show you the single player mats first. Now, mind you, the one in the back here, this is the 2-player playmat, as I mentioned before, that Severin offered. She did a limited series of 100. They were signed by her. This series is not limited, other than it's kind of going to be like a print to demand of the pre-order. I mean, I could print more in the future, but we're going to kind of see how it goes. So it's not like a super limited type, numbered series type thing. It's not signed by Severin, but it is her designs. So it's a collaboration with her to kind of use her artwork from the game in a special way. So what I was getting at with the Patreon thing is you'll have to sign up for Patreon. You could sign up at the free tier, so you don't have to pay anything. Of course, I appreciate it. If you do want to support, that's awesome. What are you talking about, Vin Propane? Just throwing out slurs out here. Oh, man. It's distracted me, brother. Distracted me. All right, so you go to Collector Arthouse Patreon. It's linked into the comments. Sign up at the free level is the minimum to be able to place an order. Once I order this pre-order, you'll find the announcement for the pre-order there. You're also going to find it in the Collector Arthouse Discord. That's probably be the two fundamental ways that I advertise that the pre-order window is open. And then when we order, you'll have to comment in Patreon. And again, you could do that as a free member. If you want to sign up for a paid tier, awesome. Really appreciate it. It helps a lot. But at minimum, you sign up at the free level, and that way you could comment against the order. Like how Rudy does it, basically, where he opens it up, and you got to be like a paid member for his stuff. But this I'm going to open up to anybody. I got to keep it orderly in one spot. I don't want orders coming in through DMs and Collector Arthouse Discord and whatever, Facebook DMs. It'd be madness. So I got to do it orderly through Patreon, and you could pay via PayPal. Or if you're... I don't really want to use Venmo. Venmo is like a child's platform. What is this Venmo? If you're on Venmo, you can use PayPal, right? Get out of here with that Venmo. But if you need to do like a, what do you call that? The Zelle, you could do that maybe. We'll figure it out. All right? Collector Arthouse Patreon. So sign up at the free tier at the link in the comments. And sign up for the Collector Arthouse Discord, also linked in the Sorcery Community Facebook group. So the first one is single player mat, the Philo Stone, obviously, with the Collector Arthouse logo in the middle. All right? Next, Keith era mechanism, baby. Gotta have the Keith era. So we got a single player. I apologize for the bar. I'm a bit of a noob. I don't know how to. I still gotta buy like a better crossbar mechanism. Let me get a few things out of the way here, guys. This will be a little easier to move a few things. Get our weaponry off the table. Is there anything sensitive in view? Any of my highly distasteful, offensive, off-screen paraphernalia? No, looks like we're good. Only this offensive mouse right here that I stole from one of my kids. All right, the Keith era mechanism. So we got a single-player Keith era. It's the actual art. All of these are going to have Severin Pigneu's logo. It says Severin Pigneu, top and bottom of the circle, and then her initials. And then this is kind of like a standard 10-grid single-player playmat. A lot of people are telling me they like these single-player mats. I'm doing two variants of some of these. I think maybe all of these. We'll have a single-player, and then we'll have a two-player. Because people have preferences, But a lot of feedback I got is people like single-player because they like to choose their own art. They like their opponent to be able to choose their own art, and they like looking at the proper orientation of the artwork. Now you see guys down here, I have the actual Keith era mechanism original painting, and it's actually inverted vertically and horizontally. All right, look at this. You see? This is the orientation of the original painting of Keith era mechanism. You see how it's inverted vertically and horizontally? It was changed for the purpose of the card. All right? Statement painting, baby. That painting says not effing around. But this is the way it is on the card. So we are true to the way it is on the card. And that's a very nice single-player playmat. So we're going to have that one available. One of my personal favorites, I think one of the best artworks Severin has done in the game to date, is this absolutely incredible Bower of Bliss. And the playmat looks absolutely godly. Like the lighting is so Bush League and horrible right now. I have much... Look at that. Is that better? I have a lot better pictures of these. I'm going to post these in the Collector Arthouse Discord and, of course, in Patreon. Collector Arthouse Patreon after the show. Okay, guys? So make sure, just go sign up right now. Go to the Linktree thing and get in there. What are you waiting for? Just go there. Just go. And also like the video. Nobody likes the videos. No one has any comments to say. Ever. I gotta hunt and chase. I gotta beg people. I gotta say, please, just watch the video. Just watch it. Just click the button every once in a while. All right? You know, no one wants to do it. Throw me a bone here. It's tough with these lives. It's a tough way to live. The Bower of Bliss. Mother Nature, man. That's a good call there, Fluent. I didn't even think of that. You know, the orientation of that one's a little tricky. We'd probably have to have some filler or something because it's a vertical orientation. But anyway, this is the Bower of Bliss. Absolutely gorgeous. I love, these are the samples. So I have not, I'm going to do a pre-order and figure out how much demand there is and try to make sure everyone that wants one has the opportunity to get one. And then I got to figure out the pricing too. So I still got to figure out the cost to print. Like I say, there's going to be a percentage going to Severin, of course. And then I got to figure out like what it's going to cost me for boxes to send them off and shipping costs and stuff like that. So I'll figure out, I'll try to do a reasonable pricing, and then maybe if I could figure it out logistically, maybe I'll offer some kind of discount for the paid tier Patreon supporters to some extent. But it'll be open for all. You don't have to be a paid member of Patreon. Want to emphasize that point because everyone's like, oh, you jerk off. You know, you and your scumbag paywall. You know, people get sensitive about that. Equal rights for all. Equal rights. All right, hang on. So now the 2-player playmats. First, we're going to have, so the 2-player, I mentioned, guys, that I guess I misspoke before. I said the one peeking out was hers that she did in Europe. I was mistaken. This is actually the sample test print of the new one. It's going to be a 2-player. We cannot do ring. We were actually working on the ring Lord of Itza, but we didn't make it happen this time. That maybe in the future, maybe in a round two. This isn't like a one and done, right? I'm going to do more designs. I'm going to do more artists. This is kind of like the first test to see how it goes with a few of the amazing classic pieces from Severin's collection. 2 from Alpha, and then the Bower of Bliss is just stunning. We wanted to get that artwork all over the world. Get it out there to the players and collectors. You know, a lot of people use these as their desk mat for work or whatever for home to enjoy and to play too. You know, you play, or you open your cards and do whatever. You admire your collection. All right. So the 2-player mat, I mentioned there was a limited run of 100. In theory, we could have printed it as a non-unlimited series or non-limited, unlimited series without signature. And that would have been kosher to do. However, we didn't want any bad feels for anybody that got those first 100, at least not this soon, and we don't have any plans in the foreseeable future to do that. So the only way to get this 2-player mat and make it distinctly different is with the Collector Arthouse logo in there. Some people will like that. Some people like the Collector Arthouse, believe it or not. You know? If you do, that's great, and I appreciate it. If you think I'm a scumbag jerk-off, maybe it's not for you, and that's okay too. Just don't buy it. But that's the one. Like, this is the way to offer the Philo Stone as a 2-player. A lot of people were bummed out. They couldn't get it. You know, the 100 sold out, like, instantly. You know? So, this was the way to do it, guys. It's differentiated, and there's your opportunity. The amazing Key Theorem mechanism in 2-player, in all of its 2-player glory. So, we got a 2-player of the Key Thera. Take it all in. And then, last but not least, the incredible 2-player monster, Bower of Bliss. I can't even fit it on the screen. We got crossbars in the way, but there's your Bower of Bliss. Finn Payne loves scumbag jerk-offs. Thanks for tuning in. All you scumbag jerk-offs that love the Arthouse. I appreciate you guys. You know? Thank you. Thank you very much. Here's the Bower of Bliss. Hey, look at his freaking artwork on this thing. It's unbelievable. It's amazing. There's so much incredible detail going on in this. When you see it on this little card, right? And you're like, wow, that looks pretty cool. But then you see a big-ass 2-player playmat, and the 1-player looks incredible too. But it's just an unbelievable work of art by Severin. So there you have it. We have Key Thera, Philo Stone with the Collector Arthouse logo, and Bower of Bliss. Did I say it already? Bower of Bliss, Key Thera, Philo Stone. 1 single player and double player for each. 2-player, in fact. I don't know what double player means. Alright, guys. I was tired, but now I'm shot out of a cannon. Ready to go. So we're going to go back to the Philo Stone. Alright, Philo Stone. Alright. Dude, it smells like neoprene. Like you wouldn't believe in here. I might get concussed by the end of this. I don't know. I might be a healthy scratch by the time we're done. It's dangerous. The fumes. Collector Arthouse, baby. There it is. The logo. All right, so what we're going to need to do is invite Aric into this. Believe it or not, Aric wants to be a part of this. So, not Aric Olofsson. He wants no part of this. None. Just kidding, guys. But I'm actually not kidding. It's Aric, A-R-I-C, who's going to be joining. Maybe we get E-R-I-K one of these days. That would be fun. That would be awesome to do it with like a sample break with him so he could tell us about the history of Sorcery and some of the development of these cards. Would be pretty sick, but I don't know. I don't know if you'd want to do it because this isn't like a mainstream product. There are only 254 of these sample packs in the Kickstarter, and they're not selling them anymore, so there's not really any marketing value other than to come on and, talk about one of the OGs, the first Sorcery's first content creator that's done all the historic research of the game and worked with like almost all of the artists in some capacity, and he's just like a big passionate advocate of the game. It'd be cool to have him on to talk about that kind of stuff. He did come on for my alpha break, which was a lot of fun. All right. Fintum. What that name is say? Is that an acronym for something? What is that? PHV. This is like an eye test. I see a P and HVNTOM. Fintum. How can someone get how can someone get one of these playmats? I am new here. So I was talking about that earlier. I linked the Collector Arthouse Patreon and the Collector Arthouse Discord. You got to join the Collector Arthouse Patreon at the free tier level. You don't have to be a paid tier subscriber. I would love it if you were, but you don't have to be to order the playmats. But that's where the pre-order sale is going to go live probably within the next week or so. I got to work out the final details with the printer. What happened was I was working with a couple companies for some printing options. These are samples that came in, and now I want to open a pre-order to see how many we need to get. And you have to grease the skids. I don't know about that, Dano. All right, what is he talking about? All right, so Aric, we're waiting on Aric, and the V is an A. Phantom. Yes. The V is an A. Okay. The V is an A. All right. The other thing is we got a look at this. Shiesty Mike. How did he get this store kit? I don't know. He must be some kind of scumbag. He's giving away store kits. So we did a giveaway. I just wanted to help the player base. I wanted to help the LGSs. A lot of LGSs are saying, we had a passionate following for the game. It fell apart. It did or it didn't. It's kind of like limping along. We're trying to retain interest, but it's hard to get product. It's hard to get beta. It's hard to get store kits. So what I thought I'd do is I was able to get one of these store kits, and I'm giving it away. I had if you go to hang on a second here, guys. If you go to the Sorcery Community Facebook group, I had a post there, and I asked the LGSs to answer a few questions about, just got to set up my Bluetooth for the AirPods, about what their experience has been like in Sorcery and any constructive feedback they would have to help support their local LGS community and retain, sustain, or grow interest in the game. And I had about 25 people, gave some great feedback on that. If the company's watching, they say they watch all the content creator videos, go check out that post. Let me show you here really quick, and then I'll let you on in a minute, Aric. So I'm going to give away this store kit number 2. This is an Arthurian Legends store kit that we're going to be spinning the wheel for a giveaway. And what I need to do is, let's share the screen. See that wheel spinning in the far right? That's what we're going to do. All right, so I got 24 names on the board. We're going to shuffle those up. But if you go to the Sorcery Community Facebook group, hang on a second here, guys. Sorcery. All right, hang on. All right, the Sorcery Community Facebook group. You click on the featured banner, and then there's a couple of the auctions. They're always in the featured banner. I try to separate those because there's a lot of other discussion about gameplay and game history and people showing off their games, their communities, their LGSs, their collections, all kinds of stuff. So this is my local LGS, Curio Cavern. They're like an hour from me. But I went and talked to the store owner there. He's a great guy. This is his awesome store. And he's look at his Bazzelli's pizza subs and salads right next door too. So you get a bite to eat, and then you go in the Curio Cavern, and the guy's got it all in there. So I went in there with a bunch of paintings. I think I showed the Ring of Morgan and the Key Theorem Mechanism and maybe the Dan Seagrave Gilded Aegis. Showed it to some of his fans in there. So I asked people to answer these questions. About 25 people answered, and that's who's on the wheel of names here. And that is one of these guys is about to win a store kit to help their local community. All right, here we go. Rob Gruber. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, if I remember correctly, Rob is an LGS owner. So this is perfect. You know, I did open it up to community members as well if they wanted to support their local LGS and walk that into the store. Let me see. Let's look for Rob Gruber here and see let's see how Rob responded. All right. Congrats to Rob. I hope this does a lot of good in your region. Oh man, I forget the name sometimes. I think let me see. I'll know when I see his profile pic. Where's Rob? All right, come on. Maybe he was one of the first three. Oh, here he is. Yep. Good Times Games. All right, so I want to give a shout out to your store. Good Times Games didn't get much beta to get started. We build a small, loyal group. They like the art, love the gameplay, and the social. But we didn't have enough product to keep those players happy and had no chance adding new players without starter decks and product. Attendance dwindled. I offered less time blocks and events to play due to lagging numbers and interest. Without product, we couldn't keep interest. Arthurian Legends came, some returned, but no new people due to no starter product and no beta to build with. I personally love the game, but it is fighting an uphill battle, and I want to see it thrive. I know I could build it if only EC cared enough about the retailers. I think they do care. They say they're going to make a push this year to put the product in them rather than online influencers and Team Covenant. Can only hope they learn and improve. A store kit would give us a chance to draft AL at least. I'd value and appreciate that help. Well, you're going to get it, Rob. Congrats. Yeah, this guy Rob's is a good guy. He's been in the community group for a long time. And looks like he's friends with Jeff Easley. Good. He looks like he's pretty jacked, too. He's a middle-aged guy, and he definitely lifts. Look at him. I think he's in front of I think that might be a free flex machine there. He's got some Admiral guns at his advanced age, like myself. Oh, so he's in BC, Canada. All right. He's run the store for coming up on 19 years. We do a lot of kids programs, role-playing, and, of course, TCGs and miniature gaming. It is a rainy part of the BC North Coast weather that makes for great gaming. All right. Well, congrats, Rob. It's awesome. Hope that helps out up in Canada. Awesome. All right, guys. Rob Gruber. All right, let me kill that wheel. All right, guys. What are we doing? Oh, Phantoms from Mexico. Sweet. All right, Eric. How you doing, man?
Hey, Mike.
All right. It's sample pack time.
It is. The time we've all been waiting for. At least me.
Yeah.
We all meaning me.
Yeah, I'm glad you, per usual, are able to make it on short notice. Let me take down, let's see, how do I switch screen?
Yeah. So, I don't know if you knew that opening with Nick in the, whatever that meeting was called. I can never remember the names of all these sorcery events. Remember you opened a sample pack
Nick from Russia. Yep.
Yeah, Nick from Russia. He did an opening with Eric. Eric. Eric.
Oh, yes. That's right. That was amazing.
Yeah, so you got a chance.
Yeah, you're right. I should ask him. That would be super cool. Yeah, and that was that was at Spiel Essen, I think, right?
Right. It was an event. I don't remember the names of these events.
He did it with them in person, which is pretty amazing. Yep. Maybe I could convince Eric to do one at Sorcery Con this year. He can't dodge me at Sorcery Con. Although I must have talked to him for like 3 minutes at Sorcery Con this year because we were both extremely busy. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think he did a very extensive interview with Team Covenant. So I look forward to whenever that's gonna. I was asking, I'm on the planning committee for Sorcery Con, and I was asking the guys. I was like, the EC team did all this footage, and I know they interviewed like every artist, almost every artist that was in attendance. Like I know guys like Dan Seagrave just like refuses to do interviews with anybody. So I think he didn't want to do it with me, like even impromptu. Just I talked to him a lot like by his booth, but he didn't want to do it on camera. And I think he didn't want to do it with the EC team. So at least he's like a consistent purist with that, you know? But they interviewed like probably every other artist that was in attendance, including, I think, Dustin Brossard, the altarist. And, of course, they interviewed Aric. And there's going to be a lot of good footage. So, like, I was asking the other guys on the Sorcery Con planning committee if they've heard from Simon and Chase on, like, when that footage is going to air. And I think the plan is, as we start ramping up promotion for the next Sorcery Con, we'll start to see, you know, the material from Eric's Curiosa and from Team Covenant. Team Covenant did a real nice documentary type video of the Seattle Sorcery Con. Did you go to that one, by the way?
I did. I'm in the video a few times.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought so. I remember seeing you and Dan and Dan's kid, Rocket.
Yep.
Rocket's a little hustler, I hear. He's selling stuff at school.
He's off to a good start.
Yeah, it's funny. So yeah, so I can't wait to see. You know, the company does really high quality content when they do those like artist feature videos. Right. So that's going to be great to promote a lot of these up and coming artists that were at Sorcery Con, and then also like the Team Covenant guys did a really good job with that documentary. So that was cool.
It took a really long time. I think it came out about the same time as the second Sorcery Con.
Yeah, and I don't know if, again, I don't know if that was by design, because like the promotion strategy is like when we're within a few months of Sorcery Con, we really try to ramp it, because that's when people start committing and getting excited and actually buying their tickets. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. All right. So we got 15 top loaders. I got 15 pennies for when we open the pack. We got a German pack. Now, have you done much work to figure out like which cards came from which regional packs, or has that been too hard to figure out?
I've not even tried to do that. I don't have information on quite a few of the packs in terms of where they came from.
Yeah, because some of these YouTube videos, it's not like, hey, I'm blah 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 from the UK, you know, like, right. So we don't know the provenance.
And the packs get passed around to like a lot of people opening mark the original owners, so even if you know where they're from, they don't say what the pack is from.
Okay. Now we can probably,
if I notice anything, but I don't know. I don't expect it. It's so random anyway, and there's like only one of so many different of the uniques that you probably would just be noise, I would guess.
I think so too. It wouldn't be statistically significant. That's always
and
my qualm.
They pointed out, like, originally these were all like bald packs, right? And then they put the void stickers on later.
Yes. Yeah.
And
right.
So, and then it must have put the, I assume they put the UPCs on too at a later point. So it's not like they knew what was in the packs.
Yeah, you're right. The provenance of all the Kickstarter packs are the same print run. And they just put the stickers on and then they shipped them off based on like where the supporters, the pledge backers were from. So it doesn't really, you're right, it doesn't have meaning. Good call. What might have meaning, and like what we covered in our, this is always a bitch to open, in our like the last opening where we did the deep dive, did we conclude that there might be some cards uniquely in the pre-Kickstarter pack collection?
Possibly. We have part 2 of that still coming. I'm not ready to do it for today, but we do have the second half of that PowerPoint to cover at some point.
Oh, okay. I forgot about that. Yeah.
Yeah. So
we'll do another break. Maybe for the next break. I'm going to open up the next break. That reminds me. Probably I'll wait 1 to 2 weeks, because sometimes guys like to come back, but they're like, oh shit, I just paid for like 1, 2, 3, 4 slots. I need like to recoup and get another paycheck first.
They got to pace it out a little bit. Yeah. As much as I want to just open them all right now.
Right.
We got to pace it.
That's the other thing. I don't want to run out and then this be over. It's a lot of fun digging in. Yep. And a lot of people are coming into the game and are like, what are these sample packs? This is pretty interesting. I think it's good marketing for the game.
Always will. A certain percentage of people are always going to be interested in the early stuff.
Yep. All right.
So what? The first version. Well, I mean, nothing's 100% confirmed, but I'm pretty sure at least one card is not in the first one that is in later, the Bridge Troll. So it's possible that it's changed the other direction too. There's not much information about that.
Oh, okay.
And I'm pretty sure there's a lot of missing ones, right? Because they don't even have enough packs. With only about 80 packs, there's over 100 of the elite and unique cards, so there's not even enough packs to hold all the cards in them.
Gotcha.
So there's got to be quite a few missing ones. But I believe there are. I'd have to check. That only found in so far. Yeah, there are actually quite a few cards. Are only found so far in those silver packs, those first packs. So it's possible they're the only ones that they're not in, like Body Swap. Let's see. I got this right here. So Ball Lightning, though, that's in the pre-cons. Blasted Oak, Body Swap, Book of Kells.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Chains of Prometheus. Alchemical Hack.
Ah, yes.
So, a few of those are not in alpha, so, maybe they were removed a little earlier. It's possible.
It's an interesting theory, but also as you say, those elites and uniques, those are pop one. Like that. Even like a lot of the elites, that one I was showing earlier, the Rest in Peace, it's the only one, and this was from the art pack, or the art pack boxes, which were not in Kickstarter. They were pre-Kickstarter and given to a few content creators. We think there was one given to Team Covenant. We know that because we saw it on camera, and we think Rudy has a box. I don't know beyond that.
We showed it on camera too.
Yep, he teased it right. Yeah. But did he show did it show the packs, or was the box sealed?
It was just a box.
Okay.
And as far as I know, he's never talked about it before. So.
But is there a way to know if it's silver packs or art packs inside?
Do we? Yeah, we don't think we know what the box of the silver packs look like. I don't think. So the original silver packs.
Yeah,
that's a good question. Yeah. I don't think they sent those out. They only had 2 packs total, so the chance that they give one of the packs to Rudy is pretty unlikely.
Okay. All right, man. These sample packs are always super exciting. So this is definitively a German pack because I bought this from a person in Germany.
Great.
And it's from so they're from it's pledge packs from Germany. And let me get a good mix here. We've been doing pretty well to not. Actually, we kind of got lucky. I think the elites and uniques were kind of towards the end, but they were close together. It kind of sucks when you get the big hit in the first pull.
Yeah, it does. The suspense is more fun.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep the suspense going. So I mix them up at random, and then we spin the wheel for another level of randomness.
Yep.
And it's been going pretty well.
Random all the way down.
Yep.
So I don't have the country of origin in the list online, but I like to keep it in my own local copy. So let me
Yep. So this is German pack today. And then I was talking about my Patreon earlier. What I've been doing on these sample packs is I discounted it pretty aggressively this week because it had been it had been a few weeks since we did a break, and there's this big quiet. The socials have been kind of ebbing and flowing with engagement, and people have been tiring a little bit. There's always this post-major con kind of come down because that was such an exciting crescendo at Sorcery Con. And then on top of that, we had the holidays, so people were busy with family and stuff. They get distracted, they travel, they're on vacation, whatever. Yep. And then we're coming back here at the start of the year. We haven't heard any new information from Eric's Curiosa at all, so we're kind of waiting on Gothic, on Dragonlord mini set and all this stuff. So it's been quiet. I really wanted to get a break in this weekend to kind of spruce things up a bit, so I discounted the pricing this time, and I did a more aggressive discount for Patreon supporters. So that's one of the perks of the Patreon that I wanted to put out there to people. What do you think of these playmats?
I didn't know you discounted it. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yep.
How do you like the playmat?
Everything you said about it. It's plus the market's so small that you just get a few people who have just whatever random personal stuff going on, and
moves the needle. All right. So we're gonna go to the wheel. I think we're ready to go. 49 minutes in, we're finally doing the break. All right, so let me shuffle this up. We got a few guys that went hard on this one. We got one guy had 3 packs, one guy had 4 packs. All right. So they usually do pretty well when that happens. Be interesting to see.
Yeah. Well, good luck, everyone. Kind of.
Yep.
A bit of a zero-sum game to everyone.
Mad Dog. I think when I discounted it, he was like, all right, it's too good to refuse.
Yeah. Though ordinaries, I mean, there's some awesome ordinaries too. That ordinary, about 1 in every 10 packs is going to have a specific ordinary. So that ordinary counter spell.
Yeah, some are super valuable, and I've been doing like marathon auctions with samples. So here we go. Riptide. Marta Molina.
Riptide. That's the 12th copy. That one last pack, looks like.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought I remember seeing that recently. All right, so pop 12 here of the Riptide. And the ordinaries, I don't think we have any ordinaries exceeding 20 copies yet. That's where the real high end. A lot are in that 12-ish range. I think I did an auction for one. It only had 9 copies the other day. I forget which one that was. I think like even the ordinaries are going for like at minimum about $200. So I did a break at 300. It's like it's close to like a guarantee, like free ROI as you can with upside on the exceptionals and elites.
Yeah, the ordinaries we put between 6 and 20 copies.
Okay, 20. We did have one at 20.
One at 20, one at 19, 2 at 18.
Okay, cool. Riptide. Move target minion to an adjacent water site, draw a spell.
Quite a useful card, and getting played more of that water got some new stuff in Arthurian Legend.
Okay. Yeah, water did get a lot better. Morticore. Right, last one in the list here. Yeah, so that's ordinary magic. That would be interesting as a quick magic. I was thinking, like as we were talking about that, like if you could, the quick magic meaning 0 to cast, you play it on your opponent's turn. If you could move a target to an adjacent water site, maybe to kind of dodge a. In a Riptide though, you can't move out of the way, so it wouldn't have been flavorful. You get swept up and you get blasted. But this one, I don't know. This is an interesting mechanic. Move target minion to an adjacent water site. How would that work in a Riptide? It seems like counterintuitive. And then you draw a spell. You're actually rewarded. I would think it would like, I don't know. You can't have a card that hurts you and kills you, but maybe pull someone else down within a Riptide would be a cool effect. All right. Like draws an opponent towards you or something. Ooh, Rolling Boulder.
Is that an exceptional?
So this is a exceptional relic. Wow, that's huge. This is such like a big, awesome card that's like heavily played. So Morticore got that one. Nice.
That's the 3rd copy.
Awesome. Wow, 3rd copy. So the exceptionals, I always say the exceptionals are insanely underrated because they're so extremely rare and people don't even realize. That is a great hit. That artwork is so awesome.
Yeah, that was pulled by Team Covenant from the Art Pack, the first one, and then we got a couple Pledge Packs.
Only 2 from the Pledge. So there's only second one from the Pledge Packs and 1 from the Art Packs. Yeah, I've been talking to Jesse a lot recently, and his style. I love his Arthurian Legends work is so good, but this was a great artwork too. Just so much detail.
Mm-hmm.
It's really like unique and striking looking. That's sick.
Well, that's because I didn't remember that was his. It doesn't quite look like most of his other stuff. Not as many lines on it. Mm-hmm. He's got a few of those that. Yeah, I like those.
Yep. His style is awesome. All right, Morticore, man. Way to kick us off here with the second pull. It's pretty hot. All right, Gambit. Gambit's got 4. When I brought the price down, he helped us get it sold out pretty quickly. So, all right, man. He said he was busy like an Eagles pregame this morning. He's going to watch it after the game.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, Sea Raider. So he hit an exceptional. Awesome. And I showcased the original sketch. So great story on this one. I showed the original sketch. I think, was it on our last live?
Yeah. It was
sample break.
Wow,
yeah. And I don't know if where did I put that sketch? I don't know if I have it handy, but this was originally commissioned as the Holmganger, the Ormford Holmganger. And so was Vincent Pompetti's champion card, the first champion prize card. So I was really like, I didn't know that until Tony showed me the sketch like a few weeks ago. And he was like, hey, Mike, maybe you want to auction this off for me. And I was like, yeah, sure, man. But then I saw like in the lower right, he had Ormford Holmganger. And I was like, dude, I got to buy that from you. And I was like, because he didn't know. He didn't know Vincent had commissioned it the same way. It became the champion later, the Pompetti version. So that historic connection was like, dude, I'm the historian. I gotta own that. So I have that one. And it's just like a really cool story to tell. All right.
Cool. All right. Yeah, that's the 5th copy now.
Wow. Yeah, man, I got to talk to Gambit. I don't know if he wants that sketch for historical reasons. Maybe I'll offer it to him. He's had a stretch of bad luck where I keep somehow. He really wanted those gems that I own, and I didn't realize he was after those. It was kind of like an unfortunate coincidence because, like, dude, you're not gonna believe this. And he's like, I've been trying to get those for like a year. I was like, sorry, man, I don't know because the one is only like a pop 1 of 1.
Right.
The Aquamarine.
Yeah, I know who you got those from. I know who had that collection. So.
Yeah. All right, Gambit again.
You paid for it.
Yeah.
You didn't come cheap.
Yeah, that's right. I had to make a big sacrifice. All right, Gambit. Maybe he'll get some clumping luck here. Oh, the net! Holy shit. That is huge. Man, this card is so coveted. I think he... If I'm not mistaken, he might own this already. So maybe I could get him. He'll be like, yeah, I'll deal it to you, Mike, for those gems. But wow, that is a hit.
I like this one. There's actually 7 of them out there, though. That's the 7th one. It's been a long time since we've seen it. But
I cannot believe this is not in the game. I think we might see this in Gothic because, like, my theory is there's a dragon in there. We got the Dragon Lord mini set. He's going to introduce more dragons, and I could totally see him maybe changing entirely the game mechanic to make it more thematically fitting.
Sure.
But it's such a gorgeous artwork by Drew. I really love this one.
Yep. Or maybe even a farther future set.
Yeah, back to back hits there. Wow. The rolling,
I think
the 2 ago, Rolling Boulder and Net.
All the exceptions are out already.
Oh, did we get all 3 already?
All 3 exceptionals, right?
Yeah, we hit them 3 in a row. Oh, so that elite unique. Hopefully, there's an elite unique.
Right on, put him back.
Wow, what a hit! All right, so I'm happy for Gambit. He was due for a streak of good luck.
And we got a sight next too. That's always cool.
Yep, first sight from the pile. Oh, Gambit again. He's there. I shuffled it, but he's back to back there. All right. All right, good. I still have 2 for him, so we're on track here. All right, let's see how we do. Go back to the other screen. First Atlas site. I think I saw 2. Oh! The River of Flame. Oh, my God, that's sick. That is the unique. Ian Miller, a unique site where pure rage spills forth. Cast 2 fire spells on your turn. You may move this river to a square up to 3 steps away. Man, the incredible, intricate detail of Ian Miller. What an absurdly great artwork. Damn, what a hit. Nice Gambit.
All right, the second one, and well, it's in the precons, but 2 from Pledge Packs in the precon.
Wow. So there's 3?
Well,
oh, no, 2 from packs and 1 from precon. Okay.
1 from each precon, however many that is.
Only 2 from packs. Holy shit. Yeah, Gambit was like all bummed out recently. He's like, man, maybe I got to take a break from Sorcery. I hit a streak of bad luck. And I was like, no, don't do it, dude. You're one of the OGs. You just got to hang in there. And he was due. And damn, did he get these? What did he get? 3 in a row?
The last 3,
he hit,
right?
he hit the wheel 3 in a row. He hits the Imperia Net, the Sea Raider, and the River of Flame. That's so absurd. Oh, man. Wow. Well, good for him. He bought into 4 slots, so he was kind of due to kind of like shape his own luck in a way.
Yeah. And he said he's at a pre-watch party now.
So he's gonna find out later. I won't spoil it for him.
Can we troll him somehow? Like send him a screenshot of like 4 ordinaries?
Yeah, like rip. Sorry, buddy. Don't bother watching it. All right. So, Ian. First one here for him. Hopefully we hit some big ordinaries. All right, beautiful artwork. Lindsay Cremette. The beasts are always really cool. They have some storied history in the pre-alpha era with their mixed casting costs between the precons and the actual sample packs.
It's very rare difference with the
Yep.
Yep. So that's the 16th copy.
16th. Okay. That's such a great artwork. I wonder who bought that painting. I'm not quite sure who did.
All right.
Dan says beasts are greater than mortals.
They are now.
I saw that in one of the new Facebook communities. Dan's new communities group. All right, Gambit comes off the board finally with his 4th. So we could still hit some great ordinaries. You alluded to that earlier, that there's some big ordinary cards that are still pretty rare and pretty desirable.
The counterspell being the big one you auctioned some. Like, ooh. I don't know how big that went for, but ooh.
Yeah, Dispel.
Here's zombies. This is
ordinary counterspell. You're right. Yeah, that's a huge card.
Only 11th.
Wow. This is one of my favorite artworks from Matthias Frisk. His Wrath of the Sea and Exorcism and I could keep going. Minor Explosion are all incredible, but this Scourge Zombies was like one of the most iconic that really struck me early on. I was like, holy shit, look at that. That really stands out for a game, you know?
It does. Yep. And so this is one that I suspect may not be in the first printing.
Okay. Because of because it's the letter S, and we found out they're
because there's like a gap in you pull it from a pack, and it should be there alphabetically, but it's not.
Right. Interesting. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 left to go. So Matt T is on here 3 times, and we're finally coming up on his. It's unfortunate he missed like the higher end ones. Hopefully he gets lucky with a. At least the price was right for this one. At $300 a slot, you really like have very little downside, even at the ordinary level. Ooh, Outback Strider, another great artwork by Tony. The original sketch on this is awesome.
Also, the 11th copy of this one.
Okay, so pretty rare.
And moved to exceptional in Alpha.
Nice. Now, one thing about this, you know what? Maybe we'll take a short excursion here. Because, like, I don't know, this could have changed between the sample card and the alpha version. I don't recall off the cuff, but you see how, like, dark it is? Like, you really almost lose some of the detail and some of the beauty of, like, the magenta river there. So I wanted to check. Let's go to the website here. And I think, if I remember correctly, someone had shown the original painting in the Sorcery Community Facebook group. So I'm going to do a search for that. Outback Strider. This was a while back, like years ago. So here you go. So I auctioned this at $200. It sold for on February 1st, 2023. So that was 2 years ago, almost to the day. That's wild. This is the one of the process original sketches from Tony. Really awesome. And I think, if I'm not mistaken... So look, yeah. Here's a beta version, and you see how much lighter it is here? Yeah. Super dark in the sample card. This is very noticeably different.
Yep.
So there's that, and then, okay, so that's it. Let me try a different way.
Is it just the printing was different? Or does it look like you did maybe digitally altered it to change the colors a little bit?
Let me see. I think I know who owns this painting. All right, no. So I was thinking of the flanking maneuver.
Okay.
So that's Tony's original flanking maneuver. While we're here, here's a Death Speaker, incredible piece. Recurring Spectre and Armageddon, which is not yet in the game, but I think is highly probable for Gothic, if I had to guess.
Yep.
Let me see. Okay. Yeah, so maybe it wasn't. Maybe I was thinking of flanking maneuver. All right. Some funny meme pics there. All right. So back to the wheel. I'll have to dig up that. You know what? I probably... Let me check one more thing. All right. Vin Propane is going to be next. Let's go to Tony's page here. And it'd probably be on Art of Tony Sudlow. Art of Tony Sudlow. And let's see if we can find it here. So under photos and Art of Tony. He had put some of his original pieces here. All right, there's the Vault of Zool. There's Elvira Palakowska, who he visited. He's got his Black Knight. King of the Realm. There it is. All right, there it is, guys. We found it. So take a look at that. You see how like you can make out all of the detail of this mountain range? Wow, that is so. Even the Strider himself, you can see all of the face detail on the card. It's so dark and so obscured you could barely even make it out. Man, this original is incredible. I wonder who owns that. I'll have to see. I'll have to see who has that. Oops. Wow, what a beautiful painting. The detail on the horse, you kind of see the muscularity and all the facial features. Now look back at the card here, and it's an absolute mess.
Yeah, it looks like
it doesn't do it justice at all. It looks terrible.
I'm looking on my phone, but even on my phone, I can see the difference.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
I mean, that's why they did them. That's why the samples are for, right?
Exactly. Yeah, that's a printing problem. I'm sure that. I mean, maybe the digital file he might have done a little too dark, because there was a video that Aric did very early on, and he said like it was when they did there was the 24 people that invested in the collector tier of the Kickstarter, and they each got an original painting. So he had like him and I think maybe Simon, between him and Simon, they co-hosted it, and Aric was in his office, and he had the 24 paintings, and they did the wheel of names, and they awarded them to each of at random to the 24 different Kickstarter backers. And as he was going through the paintings, he was noticing that, like, someone pointed out, he's like, well, I think it might have been me even, or I commented in the chat, I was like, wow, those originals look like strikingly different than the cards in a lot of cases. And he was like, yeah, you're right. Like, I think I'll revisit that and maybe make some adjustments and make them more pure to the art. Like, one that really sticks out is Sling Pixies by Vasily Ermolayev. I remember that one, like the color palette just looked like so different than the card.
All right. Yeah, I've never seen the originals. I know that with the Immortal Throne was changed intentionally. The colors are different.
Because that was pink and they went to a more green. It's more pinkish on the original. All right, Vin Propane. Sling Pixies. The irony. All right, so this was in the sample pre-con. I think this is another one that was like, it actually looks fairly purplish pink on the camera here, but on the sample card, it's a little more darker. Like in the original painting, the greens and the pinkish hues really pop a lot more. So I think this was adjusted a bit for the alpha debut.
Right.
And I'm sure for summer beta.
I think that's one of my favorite ordinaries. I like that card in general, and it's exceptional. Alpha. It's only the 10th copy.
Wow, that's a nice hit, Vin. All right, man. I love that painting too. I'm so bummed because that was like up for sale. Someone resold it. It was awarded in. Actually, this is an ordinary mythic, by the way, too. So that's a big.
Yep, also like that.
That's a big one for sample cards with the mythic that went away. But that painting was awarded to somebody in the collector tier, and they resold it, and I kind of regret not going for that. All right, so how many? We got 6 names. Just want to make sure I didn't mess up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. All right, back to the wheel. Matt again? All right. Matt's got 2 left. This is one of his 2. So come off the wheel, and ooh, he's going to get an Atlas card. That's always big. Even the basic sites.
My favorite.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Ooh, Simple Village. All right, Andrea Modesti. Beautiful card. Even the sample looks amazing.
This is the rare one. It's only the 7th copy.
Holy shit! Wow, 7th for an ordinary.
Yeah.
That is so odd. Because the other ones, like, do you have it handy, like the pop of the others?
Yeah, they're pretty. I mean,
in the teens,
they're both in the teens. Yes, I think there's one of the towers is also low.
Yeah, I remember that.
The rest are all pretty high.
7th copy, man. Simple Village, and this was like a real nice print. Like the other ones we talked about, how they're darker. This is really beautiful. Really true to form of what his originals look like. I'll show you the Humble Village original painting here.
Oh, okay.
The glare It's not coming across too good because my lighting's terrible, but
and my phone is so small. It's like,
try.
The audience can see better than me.
Yeah, the Humble Village is beautiful. I love that one.
I like them all. I love how they look together too. It's when you put all of Modesty's paintings together.
Yeah, really, like truly, not just his sites, but like all of his artwork. It makes a beautiful palette.
Actually, and it really looks like they all people like from the same area. Like they're all kind of these Midland people of Midland.
Conveniently, I can show you that because it's another thing. I was talking about the Patreon earlier. So I've been offering exclusively through the Patreon opportunities to buy complete sets of artist proofs for every artist. So there was a guy that was one of the 4 top backers. These are all artist proofs. And he decided to let go of his artist proof set. And it's just like, they're so valuable. It's like too expensive to offer as a full set. So we broke it up and we're like, let's offer it by artist. And because it's really almost impossible in many cases to own a complete set of artist proofs from any given artist just because it's just prohibitively expensive. So I've been offering that in Patreon, first come, first serve claim. But you kind of see your point there. He uses like a very similar color palette across his full portfolio. And there is every copy of his alpha artist proofs. This looks amazing.
Okay, I didn't realize you did a dual site and also the Spear of Destiny.
Yeah, the step is the dual from alpha.
Yeah.
Yeah, really the heavy. So you get like the basic. No one claimed this one yet. It's still up there if a Patreon wants to make a claim. But you have the basic lands, all 3. So the full cycle there. The step dual. It's really the highlights. Of course, the Highland Falconers, a big card, especially as like beasts have become. It works on beasts, right? Yeah, beasts with airborne. But that's
like 3.
the infamous Candlemas monks.
Oh yeah,
I own that.
Favorite.
Actually, I own both of these paintings, but they're.
Oh, nice.
I'll grab a couple other Modesty paintings in a moment. The Spear of Destiny, and the Scent Hounds was like a big fun one early on. Yeah, so no one's claimed that one yet. These a bunch of them people claimed like immediately because the price is good. Usually they're like some of the heavy hitters are priced a little higher, but you can get like those around 100 to 150 a pop. It adds up when the guy's got 20 cards in the set, but still.
Right.
All right.
I think he did the soldier tokens too.
Yeah, he did. Yep. There's no artist proofs for those. There we go. Yeah, so we got the Highland Falconer. The glare is killer. Can't even see it, can you? Hang on. Let's try to... there's just so much glare. That's too bad. Maybe I'll try overhead cam. Hang on.
And again, I wish I could react better. But, that's a lot more clear.
Yeah. Oh. Gotta zoom out. All right. So we got the Highland Falconer. That's a beautiful painting. Actually, someone sent me this. This had to be at least a year or 2 ago, and he wanted to auction it. And when I saw it in person, I was like, there's no way I could let that go. I was like, so I will take that one. And I made him an offer. We reached an agreement. And then I also have the incredible Spear of Destiny.
Okay.
And I have the original sketches of those too. Oh, my camera is like off kilter. So I moved it. But yeah, 2 beautiful paintings by Modesty. I got to figure out where to hang these. I keep them handy for the live events, for just such an occasion. You never know when something might come up. All right.
Yeah, not on your streams at least.
Yeah. Highly unpredictable. That's the fun of the lives.
It is.
All right. So we're gonna go back to the wheel. Filthy Casual. What's up, dude? Greg Sutton. What's up, man? Homie, don't play that. Josh Allen. Are you is that what Josh Allen says? I'm a huge Bills fan, and Dan is a huge Chiefs fan. So one of us is going to hate the other one by the end of the day. That's for sure. All right, Matt T. So he had the last one too, right? He just got that land. Blank. There you go. Ordinary Quick Magic. This is so the other copy. There's not a lot of these, right? The other one's going to be auctioned tonight. So I guess you won't be bidding on that.
There's actually a lot of 17, but it seems like a long time since I've seen one. Like
I know. I thought it was a lot more rare.
We're on source number 90 in my spreadsheet, which is mostly chronological, but not exactly. It's more like the order I find them in. And the previous one that's in here is 65. So it's been 35 openings.
Yeah, so it tells you like even these ordinaries.
25 openings.
Yeah, you get like a good mix with every pack. Like you don't get a lot of repeats. So yeah, pop 17. You said that's amazing. Such a beautiful artwork.
And very like one of the most popular cards too.
It makes me wonder if she like painted it like this. I don't know. It's just like so interesting how it looks like it's like touching a surface here when you kind of turn it on its side. It's just the proportionality and dimensionality of it is so great.
Interesting.
I love the concept.
Clearly look like they're sideways, but that looks like it could go that way.
Yeah, it almost could work like that.
Yeah.
Or canted on an angle. So it says, move target friendly minion to a nearby site. If blink is cast on your turn, draw a spell. Blink and you'll miss it. So it always like creating that motion effect is always super cool. So it kind of captures that in like the wave of whatever this is. I guess progress. It's an earth site, so it's not. I don't know if she's trying to capture a water aspect, but kind of like the lighting and the flash of the smaller creature coming in a blink of the eye to the foreground as a larger entity captures that sense of motion.
Zero cost quick magic too, right?
Yep. Yeah, the quick magic is really cool. Do you have an accounting of how many different quick magic variants there are? Cards with quick magic?
I'm sure I've got that somewhere. Well, I can just filter the spreadsheet with quick magic.
Mm-hmm. Just curious.
Yeah, I think we can do that right now. So it looks like quite a few. There's, how many is it? 22 total quick magics.
Fin propane.
And
22. So a subset of 22
total, and just 12 are ordinary.
Okay, wow. So it's hard to get them all. I know some guys that went after that as a subset, but
yep, it's a cool stuff. And ordinary counterspell is one of them. Well, all of them are counterspells, but the ordinary counterspell. So it's a really tough set.
Right. You get the 12 maybe at fairly reasonable price. If you're even so, just to find them though is so hard.
Well, the coordinator is probably.
Ooh, Swan Maidens. When this set came out, I was like, wow, this is like such a different artwork. It's so interesting. Asi, his style is so uniquely different.
All right, this 14 copy of that. It's been a long time too. The last source was 67, so it's been over 20 packs.
7, you said?
That's been pulled. The 14 copies.
Oh, 14.
Yeah, source number 67 is the last 67. Pull, but it hasn't been pulled in a long time.
Swan Maidens, and it's a beast. So the blues he works with is really beautiful. I think what was the one I sold of his? I've sold 2 of his. One was the Grandmaster Wizard, and I know Louis owns it now, but I sold it to I auctioned it, and then someone else sold it to Louis, I guess. He sold it again. So that was really cool to see in person, but then I also saw, what was that, the family one? Oh, man, I'm blanking on the name. The one with the family. You know what I'm talking about?
The Legends ones? One of the...
No, it was from Alpha. Let me go to his site on collectorarthouse.com. So Sorcery cards, and then go to his page, Asi Haikala. Unlikely Alliance.
Oh, I wouldn't.
Yeah. Dude, this painting in person looked like a museum piece. It was so unbelievable. I was like super tempted to just buy this one outright again and not offer it. But I think I ended up auctioning in that one. Yeah, I was really impressed with that. That was beautiful. Yeah, his lightning bolt's incredible. I think Eric kept that one, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, it's got a lot of
in Arthurian Legends, this lookout is like a real nice artwork. I really like that piece. Year of the Blaze, I'm surprised. That seems like kind of different for his style. If I had saw this and not known who had done it, I would have guessed like, I don't know, Kaio or Alvera or somebody. The Swindler Troop is freaking hilarious. Shameless Squire was well done. He's got a really cool style. It's flavorful.
He had fun with it, and the bailiff too. Is there's something kind of comical to
yeah, the facial expression of this guy. That's awesome. All right, 3 left. Got Iron, Deviating, and Aoki. All right, Deviating. All right, so we're expecting 3 more Ordinaries. We're hoping for Quick Magic, Ordinary Counterspell. There's a few other hot ones. Cave Trolls. I've pulled this several times over to, I've pulled 30 packs, so I know I've seen some of these.
Right. 13th copy. Another one that's been a long time.
Oh, wow, only 13.
64.
Yeah, it's always great to get a Drew Tucker, too. It's really cool that there's Alpha Magic artists that are now Alpha Sorcery artists. And this is a super flavorful one, too. Ordinary Monsters Digging in the Dirt. He has some, hilarious pieces in this set.
It's often used as a root spider killer.
Oh, yeah? All right. Iron. And then we're going to finish with Aoki, it looks like. All right. 2 to go. 36 people tuning in. Thank you, guys. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Ooh, Extinguish. Quick Magic. This one's cool on a few levels because it's Quick Magic for 1, the 0 casting cost. Quick Magic in the type line. It has the Flickering Failure, which is the Curio. I think that's consistent with the Curio variant. Let me see. Let's go to Brian. First of all, Brian Smith is like a powerhouse artist that people are obsessed with. Yeah, so the alpha version is Guttering Failure. The sample card version is Flickering Failure. And if you go to the Collector's Corner Curio Cards page, you have an archive of all the curios from every set, some upfront information about the history of curios, what they are, and then some quick links, which will drop you right down to each set list. And then if we go to Extinguish, here you go. Ordinary Magic of Flickering Failure. So he went back to the original typeline text. This is an alternate art. It's kind of like a work in progress art, right? So here, if you click on any of those images on that page, you get a description.
We're not seeing. We're still seeing the card in your hand.
Oh shit! Sorry. Thanks for letting me know. All right, so let me rewind here. So you go to collectorarthouse.com, Curio Cards. And then it takes you to this page, and then I did some quick links. It's all kind of like on one page, but if you want to shoot down and see all the alpha, beta, or Ethereum, you just click on any of these hyperlinks. So you click on beta, and then you come down to Extinguish, and the difference is here, for 1, the art is darker by design. I'll talk to that in a minute, but the typeline text is the distinguishing feature where it says Ordinary Magic of Flickering Failure. But also the mechanic here says banish all fire minions and fire auras occupying target site up to 2 steps away. That is a big change from the sample card variant that we just discovered and have discovered before, but it's been a while. Counter target fire spell or destroy a fire target near your spellcaster. So as a quick magic, it actually worked more like a counter spell, like the other counter spells. So that is a big one. And I love how Brian tweaked the art. I wanted to show really quick. I did an interview. If you go to interviews and articles, I think it's been almost 3 years, man, since I did that interview with Brian Smith back in 2022, before Alpha even came out. It was March 30th, 2022. And I think we talked about this. It's kind of interesting because these were before the curios were known, and I was speculating on things that could be curios, and then they actually came to fruition. So here's the, so look at this. This article was written before it came out, right? And look at this original artwork. In the alpha version of Devil's Egg, this is highly zoomed in, so you don't really see the full shadowed figures here. And it features more prominently the egg. But then we got the beta curio, or alpha curio actually, that shows a more zoomed out version that kind of shows more prominently the full thing. So there was that, which was kind of like, we knew of the full art before we knew of the curio, which is really cool. Couple other things. Exile.
Was it just the difference in the zoom? I thought there was actual difference in the art too. It was just the zoom.
Maybe in kind of like the color tone of it. I don't want to lose that page.
Okay.
I'm gonna open up.
It was purely just the prominence of something in it. I thought there was an actual difference.
That was the alpha. Someone actually just pulled one of these, or actually they got it in a. It was Vin Propane. He got one of these in a box break recently. So here you go, side by side.
Okay.
Yeah, you see, like this is the alpha one on the left. It's a lot darker. You almost like can't even make out this shadowed figure, but in the this one, it's a little more zoomed in, not out, and it's much lighter, so you can see a lot more prominently the shadowed figure. Yeah. And then in my interview, you actually the interview, when you see the full art, it's fully zoomed out, and you see that there's two characters here.
All right. Yeah.
So, but the essence of the card is the egg itself. So I think he zoomed for a reason to make that the prominent feature, to match the gameplay mechanic. This was actually the first artwork of Devil's Egg, and then Aric wanted him to change it, and I think he wanted the Devil's Egg to be the most prominent feature, so it was very significantly changed to this.
Okay.
So that's one little nugget. Also in this interview, I have the Spellcraft card version of this one. It was called Genocide, and then I think on the Spellcraft it was, or actually I think I had it labeled as Purgatory somewhere at some point. So that's one where we think we're going to see in Gothic. Yeah. And then also this card Exile never made it into the game yet, so we think that this could be in Gothic. Here it is. Before. Here's Genocide, the actual original painting. Freaking amazing. Let's see. This, I think, was, the original version of Bane Spider. So another alternate artwork that was changed very significantly.
Which card?
Bane Spider.
Oh, okay. Yep.
If I go to... It looks so different when you go to the actual card that made it into Alpha. He completely overhauled the Bane. I guess, I think that became Bane Widow.
Oh, Bane Widow, right.
Sure. Right. Yeah, so there's the Bane Widow. It more prominently features a skull, but there's like this spider crawling into its mouth.
Yep, it was right. Okay, so the sample card was Bane Spider, and then became Bane Widow.
No, I don't even know if it's a sample card. This was the original illustration.
No, it was. I'm looking at my sample card list. Bane Spider was a sample card.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
It's an exceptional.
Yeah. Very cool. All right, so we got that, and then the reason why I came to this page was to take a look at what we were looking for this, and actually the Extinguished too, see if that artwork had changed from the original. Yeah, actually, that's why I wanted to go here. I thought we talked about how the Extinguished painting had changed. Maybe it was just in conversation with Brian after the curio was discovered. I might be misremembering. But yeah, there's a lot of the obligatory spin. There's a lot of history there in Brian's work, and since this was his first TCG that he ever did, he was kind of winging it. He wasn't doing like sketches and sharing. Oh, did I lose Aric somehow? Eric's suddenly gone. Maybe he'll rejoin. I don't think I removed him. Maybe he got disconnected. But anyway, I was talking with Brian. He was saying this was like the first TCG he's ever done. So like a lot of the artists were conditioned to do sketches and run those by Aric first, making sure that he was okay with the concept, and then they would commit to the painting. Brian would just go right into the painting, and sometimes it would work, sometimes it wouldn't, and Aric would make him entirely repaint the whole thing. Sometimes he could salvage it, like the Extinguish, and in this case it was like super dark, and Aric was like, the essence of this is extinguishing the flames, the flickering failure, right? Counter a fire spell. So you really got to make the fire more prominent. So he really enhanced and lightened the fire aspect. And then this kind of like, I guess, splash of water to get that extinguish effect or countering the fire. So, that's like the evolution of the art concepts. Really cool. All right, so Aoki with the last card. I think Aric messaged me here. Oh, grapple shot. Wow, what a monster. Oh, you lost the stream. Wow, what a hit, man. I thought the goodness was all done, but this is a banger. It's a quick magic for one. It's one of the most powerful cards in Alpha, and Eric's back here. Dude, so I had very low expectations for those last cards. When we got to the ordinaries, I was all bummed out. I was like, it's over. But here we are with the grapple shot. It's a quick magic, and it's a powerhouse card.
And only the 10th copy of it.
Wow, only 10. Sick. So, man, everyone did pretty well today, I would say. This was like a really big-time pack with a lot of intrigue. We got the... Let's recap here. We got the grapple shot, which is like one of the most meta-relevant cards, one of the biggest cards in Alpha. I laugh when I say meta-relevant because Kyle's always busting my chops about that term. For my auctions, I always call cards meta-relevant. So we got the grapple shot. We got the Extinguish, which has the Curio and the art design evolution.
And it's a quick magic, right?
Yep, quick magic again. We got a lot of quick magic in this pack. Cave Trolls, Drew Tucker. Really cool, interesting. Swan Maidens, another quick magic with the blank. 2 Atlas Sites, the most rare of the basic lands from Andrea Modesti's Simple Village. The Sling Pixies, we got the Mythics, so another very interesting type line change and character type change. Vasily,
and rarity change. Yeah.
Rarity change in the Outback Striders became an exceptional. One of the great artworks from Matthias. The Undeads, which you wonder how that's going to manifest in Gothic. The Beast from Lindsay Crumet. The River of Flame is the big powerhouse unique. Gambit actually absolutely crushed in this one. The Empyrean Net, which is extremely valuable, exceptional, very rare, very valuable. Sea Raider, another exceptional, awesome rolling boulder, exceptional from Juicy, and Riptide's just a good card, solid ordinary. So that's a hell of a pack. Oh, Gambit, dude, you absolutely crushed, man. He just joined. Look, you got 3 cards in a row. Actually, was it 4? No, you didn't get the rolling boulder.
Yeah, those. Yep.
You got the freaking River of Flame unique, the Empyrean Net, and the Sea Raider, which I featured last week, which was commissioned as the Ormford Holmganger, same as Vincent Pompetti's champion card. Yeah, you pulled the River of Flame, dude.
You pulled 2 exceptionals and the unique.
Yeah, 2 exceptionals and a unique. I was telling a story about how you were all bummed out, bad luck. I kept like jumping in front of you, stealing your gems and whatnot. You're going to take a step back from the game, and you absolutely crush in this sample pack. Yeah, another net. I did remember correctly. He owns 2 nets now. Yep, unbelievable. Yeah, we got some echo. I don't know if you came into the stream a little differently here this time, Eric. But
okay, I just
get some feedback.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know.
2 exceptionals and a unique. Oh, that whatever you did there, I think might have. Oh, no, it's back. I don't know. Maybe I'm just screaming.
Let me just turn it down a little.
All right, your other one, Gambit, was the Scourge Zombies from Matthias Frisk. I think that's helping, Eric. I don't know. Okay. We're winding down anyway. The River of Flame, the Scourge Zombies, Sea Raider. You crushed, Daniel. Good job, man. All right, so go back, guys, and you can see the playmats. I'm going to open those pre-orders in the next week or so. These are the samples. So I'm going to open a pre-order, see how many we got to order to satisfy the demand for everybody. I'll figure out pricing. And just in the link, join the Collector Arthouse Patreon at the free level. If you don't want to pay monthly, is fine. If you just want the playmats. And that's going to be the way to collect the pre-orders. I'll be shipping out some of these beauties with some of the different auction winners and stuff. I got to recap all the stuff going on. We just opened a German pack, sticker on the front. And then, Eric, I don't know, you were probably paying attention at the beginning, but we have a couple auctions winding down tonight. Got the first Sorcerer offer from Francesca Berald, and linked in the comments.
That's popular.
Yeah.
That auction is hot.
It's at like 1,200. It's a great one. So in the Discord, Collector Arthouse Discord, and the Sorcery community group, the links are in the comments. And please like the video so people watch the video. This is going up tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern. This one ends at 8 p.m. Eastern. The only copy yet to be discovered of Rest in Peace. It's from the art packs from Team Covenant. And this one's coming up on Monday from Atlas Thorn. Beautiful altar. A really good card. And lastly, tonight coming up from Dustin Broussard to Ruby Core. Sick. I love his concept. The Gothic style art on those. Really unique take.
Yep. No, these altars are amazing.
Yeah. All right, guys. I think that's it. Thanks, Aric, man. I appreciate you coming on bright and early from the West Coast.
Yeah.
Bring the world together, coast to coast. So next time, we'll open. I'm going to open up. I'll wait a week at least, and then open the. Maybe next weekend I'll open the next sample pack for orders. I'll think about pricing. Maybe offered like aggressively too, at least a deal for Patreon supporters. Try to get it sold out, and then next time you come on, we'll budget some time to go through the rest of the definitive, complete, comprehensive history of sample cards.
Yep, that sounds like a plan. Yeah, I did get some feedback last time that they liked it. I don't know if that's the general feeling, but
yeah,
if they're on this call, they're probably interested.
Check out my video category. You don't have to go to the last live sample break. I cut out the piece when Aric was on. We did the slide presentation of all the research he's done on sample packs. So that's in my video library at Collector Arthouse YouTube. And please comment in the thread. Let us know how you like it. Eric's tracking the comments too and answering any questions you guys might have. But yes, Ghost Pants says the first one was awesome. Thanks, man. This guy loves samples. He participates in a lot of the breaks.
Yes, I recognize the name.
Yeah. All right, dude. Well, have a great day. Everybody enjoy the football games. Big day. Bad luck to Dan. Good luck to me. Go Bills. Everybody have a good one. All right, take care, buddy. Appreciate you.
All right. See ya.
See you, everybody.